As a competitive human being, I enjoy the challenge of a battle royale, but the formula can get stale, so it's nice to mix it up with something different. Stick around to find out why the team strategy shooter Insurgency Sandstorm is a great addition to your Steam catalog. Plenty of multiplayer first-person shooter titles are vying for our attention, and most have their unique hook to keep you entertained. Insurgency Sandstorm looks to carve out a niche in the older, more experienced gamer market with the team-based capture-the-flag style combat setup. If you have the resolve and dedication to overcome the steep difficulty of competition, the strategic gameplay is both thoroughly satisfying and addictive. My previous experience in first-person shooter titles is fairly casual. I've won different battle royales, but mostly due to stealth as opposed to a natural talent for running and gunning. Insurgency was a bit overwhelming at first. The rules for the 3 different modes are easy enough to learn. Push sets up a defending squad and an attacking squad. The attacking squad begins the match with 5 waves of respawn. 4 objectives must be captured with an addition of 5 waves added after each successful capture. The attackers win when all 4 locations are captured and the weapons cache is destroyed. The defenders begin with 15 waves of respawn and will win the battle after the attackers have been completely wiped out. Firefight pits 2 teams against one another to capture 3 objectives. Each team starts with 1 objective and a neutral one. Once killed in the field, respawn only occurs if your team captures an objective, and the match ends when one team is wiped out or if a team has captured all 3 objectives. The final mode is a bit of a mix of the previous 2. Skirmish sets up 2 teams each with their own cache and 3 or 4 objectives in between. The goal is to capture objectives and hold them as long as possible. The combat is nothing short of impeccable. With virtually no HUD to speak of, it's just a big screen of you and your gun. No ammo, health, or map clutters up the screen, just a small indicator of the progress with the current objectives. Keeping up with its realistic tone, a health bar is not required as most of the time you're getting killed with 1 shot. A heavy armor carrier may survive a non-lethal shot directly to the armor, but any headshots or limb shots usually end in auto death. This leads to the main reason for the steep difficulty curve. There's very little margin for error. Running into battle without caution or a plan always leads to an almost instantaneous death. A number of different maps are available, but all of them keep you in close proximity to your opponents. Every match I played in had a number of experienced players who already knew the best areas to camp out at or to ambush a newbie. Early on I struggled to stay alive for any good amount of time. It was frustrating because I was spending more time waiting to respawn than I was actually playing. I began following the high kill count players into battle and learned a few tricks, and with naturally becoming more familiar with the maps, I've been able to at least help contribute to my team now. Server issues seem to be few and far between, even for my poor internet connection, but Insurgency has no shortage of bugs and performance issues. I'm using a fairly mid-range PC with a GTX 1060, and I'm still experiencing total game crashes more frequently than I would like. I don't have too many complaints about the frames per second myself, but from some of the comments during gameplay it seems to be a fight for some. Speaking of the online community, they have been respectful for the most part, but like most online games, you can't avoid offensive material. This is definitely adult only, and from my experience it's mostly men between the ages of 20 and 40, so quite often racist and offensive marks would be frequently overheard. All that being said, every time I turn on Insurgency Sandstorm, my play sessions get longer and longer. I'm continuously learning and becoming more proficient in the fast-paced gameplay. This is definitely a title that first-person shooter fans will enjoy, but it might be a little too intense for the casual gamer crowd. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the review, please like and subscribe below. You can also check out our website, www.thethirstymage.com, or you can follow us on Twitter under the handle The Thirsty Mage.